Welcome back, everyone. Today, we're diving into the bizarre, the unusual, and the downright weirdest laws in the United States. From coast to coast, the land of the free has some laws that will make you scratch your head and say, really? That's a law? Buckle up, because this journey is about to get strange. Our first stop is the beautiful state of Alabama. Now, Alabama is known for its southern charm and hospitality, but did you know it's illegal to wear a fake mustache in church if it makes people laugh? That's right, folks. Moving on to the great state of Alaska. Alaska is famous for its stunning wilderness and rugged terrain, but it also has a law that's a bit peculiar. It's illegal to wake up a sleeping bear to take a photo, as if waking a bear wasn't already a bad idea. Now, let's head over to Arizona, where it's illegal for a donkey to sleep in a bathtub. This strange law dates back to 1924, when a donkey fell into a basin during a flood. The town had to spend a significant amount of resources to rescue it, so they made sure it wouldn't happen again. In Arkansas, it's prohibited to mispronounce the state's name. So if you're visiting, remember it's pronounced Arkansas, not Arkansas. California, the Golden State, has its fair share of quirky laws too. One of the strangest? It's illegal to whistle for a lost canary before 7 a.m. So early risers, if your pet canary is missing, you might have to wait a while before you start searching. In Colorado, it's illegal to keep a couch on your porch. This law was enacted to prevent large, upholstered furniture from becoming projectiles during high winds. Sensible? Maybe. Weird? Definitely. Over in Connecticut, a pickle is only considered a pickle if it bounces. This law dates back to a 1948 incident where pickles were being sold that were unfit for human consumption. The bouncing test was devised to ensure quality pickles for everyone. Florida, known for its beautiful beaches and sunny weather, also has a law that's a bit fishy. If you're caught selling your children, you could be in serious trouble. Thankfully, this law helps protect children, but the fact that it needs to exist is quite bizarre. In Georgia, it's illegal to keep an ice cream cone in your back pocket on Sundays. This law was originally created to prevent horse theft, as the cone could lure the horse away. Hawaii, with its stunning landscapes and vibrant culture, has a law that prohibits placing coins in your ears. This one's probably for the best, considering the potential for injury. Next up, Idaho. It's illegal for a man to give his sweetheart a box of candy weighing more than 50 pounds. This law is likely meant to discourage overindulgence, but it certainly puts a limit on romantic gestures. Illinois, the land of Lincoln, has a peculiar law of its own. It's illegal to fall asleep in a cheese factory. So if you find yourself feeling drowsy while making cheddar, you'd better find somewhere else to nap. In Indiana, it's illegal to catch a fish with your bare hands. This law was likely put in place to ensure fair fishing practices, but it certainly makes for an interesting visual. Iowa has a law that prohibits mustached men from kissing women in public. This outdated law is rarely enforced, but it's still on the books and makes for a good laugh. Kansas, known for its flat landscapes and agricultural heritage, has a law stating that it's illegal to serve wine in teacups. This one likely dates back to the Prohibition era, aiming to curb secretive drinking. In Kentucky, it's illegal to dye a duckling blue and offer it for sale unless more than 6 are for sale at once. This quirky law is meant to prevent the sale of dyed animals as novelties or toys. Louisiana has a law that prohibits gargling in public places, so if you need to freshen up your breath, it's best to do it in private. Maine has a law stating that after January 14th, you will be charged a fine for having Christmas decorations still up. So, if you love the holiday season, be sure to take down those lights and tinsel on time. Maryland, known for its beautiful Chesapeake Bay, has a law that forbids lions from attending the theater. This odd law was likely created with circus animals in mind, but it's still amusing to think about. Massachusetts has a law that makes it illegal to go to bed without taking a bath first. This one might be hard to enforce, but it definitely promotes cleanliness. In Michigan, it's illegal to paint sparrows to sell them as parakeets. This law helps protect both the birds and unsuspecting buyers from being deceived. Minnesota has a law that prohibits any game in which participants attempt to capture a greased or oiled pig. This law was likely created to prevent animal cruelty. Mississippi has a law that says if one is a parent to 2 illegitimate children, that person will go to jail for at least 1 month. This archaic law reflects older societal norms and is rarely enforced today. In Missouri, it's illegal to drive with an uncaged bear. This law makes sense for safety reasons, but it's still quite peculiar to think about. Montana has a law that states it's illegal for married women to go fishing alone on Sundays, and illegal for unmarried women to fish alone at all. This outdated law is seldom enforced, but certainly odd. Nebraska has a law that makes it illegal to get married if you have a venereal disease. This law is rarely enforced today, but was meant to protect public health. In Nevada, it's illegal to drive a camel on the highway. This law was likely created back when camels were used for transport and is a fun reminder of Nevada's unique history. New Hampshire has a law that prohibits you from tapping your feet, nodding your head, or in any way keeping time to the music in a tavern, restaurant, or cafe. This law is rarely enforced, but it's an interesting one to note. New Jersey has a law that states it's illegal to wear a bulletproof vest while committing a murder. The law aims to penalize those attempting to commit crimes while protecting themselves from harm. New Mexico has a law that says idiots are not allowed to vote. This archaic law uses outdated language and reflects older societal views on voting rights. In New York, it's illegal to wear slippers after 10 p.m. This law is rarely enforced, but it's certainly a quirky one to think about. North Carolina has a law that prohibits meetings and discussions about the overthrow of the government. This law aims to maintain public order and safety. North Dakota has a law that states it's illegal to lie down and fall asleep with your shoes on. This law likely aims to promote hygiene and comfort. Ohio has a law that prohibits getting a fish drunk. This quirky law was likely put in place to protect aquatic life from harm. Oklahoma has a law that states it's illegal to have a sleeping donkey in your bathtub after 7 p.m. Similar to Arizona's law, this one likely aims to prevent mishaps involving animals and water. And there you have it, folks. The weirdest, wackiest, and most wonderful laws from across the United States. Who knew that such peculiar regulations existed? Whether they're outdated, practical, or just plain bizarre, these laws give us a unique glimpse into the history and culture of each state. Thanks for joining us on this wild ride. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more amazing content. And if you know of any other weird laws, drop them in the comments below. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.